Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here on our social media platforms. My name is Jim Amata, and we're going to switch gears here on the Fight Underground. We're going to have the first ever tag team matchup, this tag division, a new era of Pittsburgh professional wrestling. And at this time, we have two of the top young teams in the tri-state area, Warhoss and the Good Guys. I'm going to go to Warhoss first because, quite frankly, you're bigger and more intimidating. You two, Pat the Bruiser, Crosshairs Kelly, you've been making waves wherever you've gone. How are you going to handle the Good Guys?
So we've been paying attention, and we pay attention to everyone, for the record. So we've seen the Good Guys. We've fought the Good Guys before. They happen to get the upper hand on us. But this time, that's not going to happen. Ain't that right?
Oh, no. Man, a few words is Pat the Bruiser, always impactful. So I'm going to shift to Noctis and his compatriot here, Zach Hunter.
It's me.
You may be good guys. How are you going to deal with these two bad hombres over here?
See, the thing about it is, when we listen to the Fight Council, they're talking about how the good guys, we need to prove ourselves. You know, someone even said that our name is stupid, which I took offense to. That's
I disagree.
Okay. It's all right.
Drastically.
And they talk about we need to prove ourselves, but they keep talking about how great Warhoss is. But Warhoss didn't beat the good guys. So I don't know what we're proving. They're the ones that have to prove themselves now.
We already won.
That's a very valid point. I'm going to ask you tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're here. Tomorrow night, you will have your chance to prove yourself, not just against Warhoss, but to the Fight Council, to the Fight Underground audience. But I'm going to ask you, being the first tag team matchup in Fight Underground history, what does this opportunity mean for the Good Guys?
It means simply that we're the bar. There's a reason we're the first tag teams on the show in history. It's the Good Guys and Warhoss, number 1 and number 2. This is to prove who 1 and 2 are, but the Good Guys know who's number 1.
That's us.
The Good Guys looking to set the standard. So I'm going to go to Warhoss. Two big, bad, impressive individuals. This opportunity, this platform, what does that mean for you two individuals? How will you two come together as a team here in the Fight Underground?
Nothing's changed except for our hunger. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you're 1 or 2, whether you're good or bad, because we're the baddest, we're the most destructive, and we're going to prove to everyone, whether it be the Fight Council or our opponents or the Good Guys, that we are the best tag team in the world.
Things are getting a little heated here. Final thoughts, gentlemen, for the Good Guys. What can the fans expect tomorrow night and going forward?
Zach's going to punch and kick, and I'm the power guy. So we're going to show them exactly. We can stand with any big boys, no matter how big or bad they think they are. We ain't scared of nobody.
Certainly a very big equation on your hands. Crosshairs Kelly, Pat the Bruiser. What's your final message, not only to the Good Guys, but to our Fight Underground audience?
Pay attention.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Pay attention tomorrow night here on our social media platforms. The first tag team matchup in Fight Underground history. We will see you tomorrow night. Tag team action. Don't miss it.
Gentlemen, come forward. The instructions each are tag team rules apply. No eye gouging, no fish hooking, no pulling the ears. All right? Have a good, clean match. Keep it clean.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fight Underground this week here on our social media platforms. My name is Jim Amata, being joined by Pittsburgh legend Paul Atlas. And Paul, it's certainly apropos to have you here as we have the first tag team matchup in Fight Underground history. the good guys of Noctis and Zach Hunter against Crosshairs Kelly and Pat the Bruiser. Discussions early on have Warhoss as potential favorites here in the tag team division, but right now the good guys not exactly living up to that moniker. Taking a cheap shot to get the early advantage on these two big guys here.
No, and as you mentioned, Jim, I know a thing or two about tag team wrestling, and I have likened the Warhoss to a much bigger version of a little tag team I know something about called the Wrong Crowd. I think these guys, I have lofty goals for these guys in Fight Underground. And like you said, we a few weeks back had our very first winner in Fight Underground. Tonight we will have our very first tag team winner in Fight Underground.
I have to think, Paul, just as the very first singles matchup where we saw Ron Hunt get the victory, this matchup here in the tag division will certainly set the pace as we're seeing some tag team continuity from the good guys here.
It most certainly will. And like with our singles divisions, we are only looking for the best of the best in Fight Underground. So if you've got an invitation, and make no mistake about it, everyone got invited, but these matches are completely random. So you didn't know who you were going to face. And this is where it's at right now. Look out, tag to the big man, Pat the Bruiser.
And Pat the Bruiser is an absolute wrecking ball. So much mass, but so much speed as you're seeing right here. Huge knockdown center ring.
Look out. I mean, let's face it, Pat the Bruiser is about as big as both of these guys combined.
A human bowling ball. And man, look at the momentum. Everyone gets squashed in the corner. Absolutely plants Noctis. Could be a short night.
Zach Hunter saving the victory there for Warhoss. Yeah, that wasn't going to do anything.
I believe one shot changed the entire complexion of this contest.
Hey, and what a shot it was from that big ham hock. Warhoss now planting Noctis.
Absolutely spiked under the canvas. Good night.
And there it is. There it is. Warhoss getting that all-important first victory in our tag team division, in our duos division.
That was a statement made right there, Paul. Crosshairs Kelly and Pat the Bruiser just put the Fight Underground on notice.
And if we can mop up Noctis out of this ring here, we are going to throw it down to our interviewer, Jeff Gorman.
Zach Hunter, Brent Noctis, Warhoss. Tonight they were just too big, too strong, too much. Where do the good guys go from here?
Beer distributor.
They had to have been in for too long.
For sure.
Did he count that?
We won, right?
No, actually, I hate to say, but no, it was the other team that won.
Really?
Yeah, they did.
Crap.
This is your fault.
Next one. We got this one. It's just the first fight. It's all good. No, come on. I got you. I got you, sweetheart.
And there go the good guys. Crosshairs Kelly, Pat the Bruiser. You won with the Hoss toss over the good guys. Can you do that to everybody here in Fight Underground?
Can we do it to everybody at Fight Underground? We can do it to everybody all around the world. We're here to make a statement. You saw it just now. We came here not for the show, not for the lights, not for the music. We came here for the fight. Bring us all you got, Underground. Bring us all you got. All you got. Bruiser! Crosshairs! No!
Statement made. We'll see you next week.
Without a doubt, but I'll tell you what, no, we won't, because you know what? That was just a little too quick for my taste. I need to take care of some business here, Jim. I'll be right back.
Where you going, Paul? Paul, where you going? Fight Council member Paul Atlas heading to the ring. Be careful, Paul.
All right, boys and girls, let me tell you what. That was a little too quick for my taste. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have a bonus round here this week. Who's ready to fight? I want another fighter up here right now. Give me another fighter. I'll take that. Oh, you want to come on up here, kid.
That's Tad Jarvis.
You ready to fight? Ready, Paul. You ready to earn your spot and fight Underground? Ready to go. Well, I'll tell you what. Here's what you're going to do. Loss prevention. Come on now.
And I think Tad may be regretting his decision to take up Paul and his offer. Paul, I was wrapping up the segment. What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Fight Underground is all about what can happen at any point in time, and that match was just a little too quick for my taste. So we're going to have a bonus match this week as Tad Jarvis, he wanted to step up. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so extra match. No close fist to the head, no close fist to the body. Not going to be eyes, not below the belt. Okay, have a good match.
Tad Jarvis fancies himself a social media icon. I don't know how many likes Tad is going to get out of this matchup. Loss Prevention, the hired hitman for OSHA Inc., is a remorseless mercenary as he physically dominates Tad Jarvis.
Hey, Tad Jarvis wanted to step up to the plate. He's going to earn its spot right now, and he's going to become an ink spot here pretty soon.
We talked about statements being made. Loss Prevention is making a hell of a statement right here.
Look out!
That's gotta be it.
And the big men win twice in 1 week. So Tad Jarvis, he wanted to step up to my challenge, and well, I don't think that worked out too well for him.
Loss Prevention is that is one bad hombre right there, Paul.
Hey, kid wanted his chance. He got it.
Unless you got any more surprises for us.
Well, you know what? Just in the spirit of fairness, we're going to try once again to see what Tad thinks about the little extra bonus challenge here this week. So we're going to throw it right back down to Jeff Gorman.
Tad Jarvis, I know everybody's following you on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, even I think Snapchat. What do you think that they have to say about this loss to Loss Prevention?
I just think that they're disappointed as much as I am. And I figure I'd step up inside of Fight Underground. And unfortunately, I guess I wasn't prepared enough. So I'm sorry to all my followers and all my fans.
Okay, we'll see what's next for Tad Jarvis. Loss Prevention, you lived up to your name for your opponent. It was lights out.
What you just saw here today was a preview of what loss prevention is all about. Jarvis, don't take it personal. It's not personal. Everything I do here is business. And that goes for anybody else on the Fight Underground roster. If you're ready to do business, if you're ready to step in the ring with Johnny Norris, it's going to be lights out.
PostFight press conference for Warhoss, Pat the Bruiser, and Crosshairs Kelly. I'm joined by the Fight Council members, Justin Idol, Boomer Payne, and Paul Atlas. But first, let's hear from the victorious team of Warhoss.
Ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls, we came here on a mission to prove to you that we are the most dominant tag team that Fight Underground has to offer. The good guys, while tough, didn't last very long. We are here to send a message. We have 330 pounds, 280 pounds. We're here to make a statement. Anybody, step up. No matter where you're from, no matter who trained you, no matter who you think you are. That's what we have to say.
Let's get a question from Justin Idol.
Without a doubt, the most intimidating tag team in the Fight Underground. My question for you guys is, after that great, incredible victory, what are you guys planning on doing with the next 24 hours?
quick celebration, but then it's back to the grind. We watch everything. We watch everyone. Every day we take a step to getting better and better, so we can eventually prove and say and know for a fact that we are the most dominant. We are the best tag team that Fight Underground has to offer. We stay ready.
Next question is from Boomer Payne.
Guys, congratulations, 1-0. You guys definitely impressed, myself especially. My question is, you guys seem hungry, you guys seem determined. How are you going to keep that momentum going?
Because we don't stop. We never stop. For 6 years, we haven't stopped. Pandemic didn't stop us. Injuries haven't stopped us. So do you think the locker room is going to stop us? No. Not a chance. No one's going to stop us. We're going to continue to do what we do.
Do what we do.
Next question.
And the last question is from Paul Atlas.
Gentlemen, congratulations on being 1-0 here in Fight Underground. Now, if you've been following the council meetings, you know I know a thing or two about tag team wrestling. As a matter of fact, I made my name on it. And I've gone out on a limb, dare I say, and compared you to a much bigger version of a little tag team I used to know named the Wrong Crowd. Now, this is lofty expectations that I have for you gentlemen. What do you intend to do to meet my expectations?
Should we tell them?
Absolutely.
Give away a little bit of our secret here. We take from every team that we face. We take from the great tag teams of the past. We learn from our mistakes to get better, to improve. We come with a game plan. We step up when it's time to step up, win or lose. But we plan on winning. And if we do lose, you just added fuel to the fire, as cliche as that may be. We will not stop until we are the best.
Okay, Warhoss being successful in the ring, you've obviously impressed the Fight Council. And one thing that stuck out to me was the fact that you guys have been together for 6 years, and it seems like that devotion to the team is really paying off for you.
So far, so good. Fight Council gave us praise. We didn't just come here for praise. We came here for advice. We came here to learn. We came here to get better, and that's what we're going to do. So roster, Fight Underground, pay attention, because we're just getting started.
This is the post-fight press conference with the good guys. We are joined by Fight Council members Paul Atlas, Boomer Payne, and Justin Idol. But first, we'd like to get comments on the good guys on your loss today to Warhoss.
Ultimately, we underestimated Warhoss. We know they're two big guys, but we legitimately just did not think they were going to be able to beat the good guys. I mean, we're the best. But we came up short this time. We fell short.
We lost.
Let's start with a question from Paul Atlas.
All right, yeah, exactly. You lost. You call yourself the good guys, but you lost. You are 0-1 in Fight Underground. And like we've said, wins and losses matter, gentlemen. What are you going to do to reprove yourself?
Wins and losses do matter. They matter. But hey, this just the first fight. Just the first fight. So always another fight. Next time, work a little harder, kick a little more butt, punch a little more, kick.
Every great fighter takes losses. Every championship team, they have their losses. I mean, this is our time to go back, draw up a new game plan, and just come out stronger, fighting harder.
Let's get a comment from Boomer Payne.
Guys, 0-1 is your record by your own admittance. You took Warhoss lightly. You do not have the proper preparation. Is this a sign of what you guys are about?
No,
a lack of preparation, or is this excuses?
No, I don't think this is a sign of what we're about at all. I think, Brett and I, we like to have fun. We like to have fun. We took this as, this is just another wrestling match. But then we learned, Fight Underground. It's different. This wasn't just a regular wrestling match. We underestimated Warhoss. We won't do it again. Right?
At the end of the day, we didn't do our due diligence. We didn't take the time to really dive deep, look at everything that Warhoss is about, learn about Crosshairs Kelly, learn about Pat the Bruiser. We didn't do what was important, and it's, by my own admittance, a lack of judgment, a mistake of poor character, and it's just something that, as the good guys, we cannot do going forward.
And let's wrap up with a question from Justin Idle.
Yeah, after that huge loss, declaring you guys 0-1, what I want to know is, what are you guys going to do with your next 24 hours?
Next 24 hours, we're going to go back and get the footage, look at what we did wrong, where did we slip up. We're going to look at Zach's punches, his kicks. We're going to look to see where can he be the most effective, where can Brent Knox, where can I be the most effective, what can we do collectively as a tag team to just earn that #1 spot. We're 0-1 now, but there's a lot of matches ahead of us, a lot of fights coming up, and there's only one guarantee, that's we're going to go and we're going to work harder.
You're so good with words.
You've heard from the Fight Council. We know how strong the competition here is in Fight Underground, but we're also learning that the expectations are very, very high. What can we expect for you guys to live up to your name as the good guys?
It's no secret that from the beginning the Fight Council's always said we need to prove ourselves, and
we get it. We've only been around for a while. We've only been tagging for a year, and half of that year, COVID-19, it's put us back a little bit.
Right now's the time to go train a little harder, get a little bigger, Zach get a little slimmer, and we're just gonna have to come out here fight.
We're gonna hit the gym, we'll run some ropes. Yeah, eat better. No more talking about it. I can't do talking about it. Maybe a little less beer.
Less gum chewing, but
yeah.
All right. Thanks for your time. Thank you.
This is the post-fight press conference for loss prevention, and we are joined by Fight Council members Bubba Brewer, Stacy Hunter, and Brandon Kay. But first, let's hear from loss prevention about his win over Tad Jarvis.
I don't know what questions you could possibly have for me. I'm pretty sure I just answered every question you could ask with that match that just took place last night. Now, I'm sure Jarvis got a lot of potential, but he was put in a bad spot. That would have happened to anybody who got in the ring with me yesterday. Anybody. And that's all I got to say about that.
What do you say, Brandon Kay?
So you did come out there and you crushed him in 90 seconds. Now Tad is he has a lot of potential like you said, but he's young. Do you think you're going to have that kind of intensity, that kind of success against someone with a little more meat on their bone, so to speak?
Instead of 90 seconds, maybe 120 seconds.
How about you, Stacy?
Well, Tad seemed to be a little bit more concerned with fans and followers and whatever else. When you have an opponent that is completely focused on you, do you still think it's going to be a minute 30?
I'm going into every single match while I'm here at Fight Underground expecting to win. I don't care how long it takes. I expect to win my match.
And let's wrap up with Bubba Brewer.
Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you.
It was powerful. Your finisher is something else. Can you elaborate on your finisher? And do you think you can do that if you ever face Brohim?
My finisher is called Lights Out. It's a setup like an inverted DDT into a suplex, into a stunner. And yes, I think I could do that to Behemoth. I think I could do that to anybody that steps in the ring with me.
Loss prevention, you were very successful in the ring. You obviously impressed the Fight Council. I know you're a very meticulous man. You have things planned out on your board. How far do your plans go? How much have you planned for your future at Fight Underground?
Well, I'll be really honest. I'm not here to make friends. And nothing I do here is personal. It's all strictly business. I'm not going to stop till I get to the top. The only promotion I want to deal with is Fight Underground. Until I reach the top of Fight Underground, my job here will not be done.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
This is the post-fight press conference with Tad Jarvis. I am joined by Fight Council members Bubba Brewer, Stacy Hunter, and Boomer Payne. But first, let's hear from Tad Jarvis about his match against Loss Prevention.
I really have nothing much to say. I gave it my all. That's the most that I could do. And the thing is, after I came out of training, Brandon Kay always told me, you fight with everything you got, you have heart. So that's what I did. I gave it my all. It's the least I could do. So.
Why don't we begin with Stacy Hunter?
You gave it your all. You got defeated in under 2 minutes. Do you think maybe you should quit worrying about your followers and worry more about what's going on in the ring?
With all due respect, yes, but my fans are also what also created me as well. You know, they gave me also the motivation, and my fans also are a big part of me. But I will tell you this, if you give me a chance, I will study film, I will watch everything, and I will give 100% every time. I'll give it my whole 100% with studying.
Oh, I'm ready right now.
Go ahead, Bubba.
I've been sitting back listening. You're sitting there holding your phone. You just got your ass beat out there, and you're worried about your fans. You need to worry about what you need to be here in Fight Underground. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
What are you going to do about it for your next match?
I'm going to focus more on my wrestling. I got to focus on my opponents, and I'm seriously going to do everything I can to prove that I can stand with these guys, these bigger monsters within Fight, Underground. So I'm going to show everything that I got for you guys, and as well for myself and my followers.
Let's wrap things up with Boomer Payne.
You say that you were not prepared. You say that you're worried about your followers and your fans. Were your followers and fans in that ring when you took that beating?
No, they weren't.
No. So do we see something kind of gelling here?
Yes, sir.
Worry more about the fight ahead of you.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Than the fans,
I do got to focus on my opponents coming up, other than my followers. But if, like I said, you give me the opportunity to continue on here with Fight Underground, I'm going to study film. I'm going to, try to outsmart my opponents. I'm going to be the bigger guy here with Fight Underground.
Can I say one more thing before you leave?
Of course.
Next time you do an interview, you put your phone down.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
I'll make sure that I
put it down now and make sure you don't have it anymore.
Yes, sir. Do you mind if somebody else would record it for me then?
I don't care what they do. Next time, don't have your phone when you're doing interviews with the Fight Council.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And maybe next time your match will be longer than your interview.
Yes, ma'am. Will do.
Well, Tag Jarvis, I know things didn't really go great in the ring or from the Fight Council, but I'd like to let you tell me how your social media followers help you and how they do build you up, because obviously that's a big part of you.
You're right. It is a big part of me because, these guys, they root me on. I like to show these guys that I can do anything as well as they can. And being a social media inspiration to these guys, I can show them that nothing's impossible. So now that I know I got to focus on my wrestling from the Fight Council, I got to focus on that. But my followers know that I'm not going to leave